Take back your space. Stop storing old electronics you'll never use again. Recycle your computers, monitors, and televisions for free with eCycle Washington. This free program can be used by households, small businesses, public schools, and other organizations across the state. Drop off unwanted TVs, computers, and monitors at over 300 locations in Washington state for free. Please check for the drop-off location nearest you at eCycleWashington.org. That's one word, eCycleWashington.org, and click on the Where Can I Recycle link.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's our Loud and Local Band of the Week. 2 Clicks. Our Loud and Local Band of the Week, 2 Clicks. You want to find out where they're playing, how you get their music, just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
You can see them tomorrow night. They're playing with Himsa, Witchburn, a bunch of other great bands as well, and it's happening at El Corazon tomorrow night. Big fundraiser for Ryan George, a real good dude. From what I've heard all great things about this guy, and unfortunately he was attacked outside of El Corazon, so real unfortunate thing, and people are trying to raise some money to help with the medical bills and things along those lines. So go out tomorrow night, support Ryan and 2 Clicks and all the great music that's going to be happening at El Corazon.
And if you're loving all music local, check out Loud and Local. It is a 2-hour show, Sunday nights at 10 o'clock right here in The Rock. Great music from the Pacific Northwest with bands like 2 Clicks.
Let's play Beat Mix.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Mix, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs. And guys, we made it. It's Friday. Gotta get down. Yeah, he's got that. Yeah. Weekend. Friday. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what a weekend it is. So, for all that fun sports ball activities you have out there. It's eating, man. Yeah, eating and watching commercials. Yeah.
Eating and rocking. Kiss tomorrow night, baby.
Yeah, so you got Kiss tomorrow night.
Kiss.
The Super Bowl. Yeah, Steve's got a party. Yeah, any Friday plans?
No, just chilling.
Nice.
Dinner,
Nice.
relaxing, getting ready for the weekend.
Yeah, we're going to Netflix and chill tonight. Yeah. Oh, yeah? Like actually watch Netflix and hang out. Oh, nice. Yeah.
How literal.
Let's get to our contestant today. We got Sean in Bellevue to take on Steve. Sean, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
He's playing for tickets to check out Blue Oyster Cult over at the Emerald Queen Casino on March 30th. Go to KISW.com for all the details, and if you want tickets, they're available now at Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Sean will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Sean, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
So ready.
In the fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, which animal judges the race?
A chicken?
No.
A cat?
No.
A cow?
No. What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a Cape Codder?
Pineapple?
No.
Orange?
No.
Apple?
No. What instrument is Steve Martin well known for playing?
Piano? banjo.
Yes. What year of the late 90s was the first Harry Potter book released?
96.
No.
97, 98.
97, yes. How many U.S. states border the Pacific Ocean?
5.
Yes. What type of lettuce should be used in a classic Caesar salad?
Iceberg.
No.
Romaine.
Yes. In what decade was the first Oscar award given?
The 50s.
No.
40s.
No.
30s.
No. How many strings does the typical mandolin have?
8.
Yes, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct.
Ooh, right down the middle.
This will be a close one.
We will see what Steve does.
Maybe the uplifting of Steve, maybe he will get a win to start off, well, February, even though he lost already, so never mind.
Yeah, you really...
Yeah, I'm trying to build Steve up, so maybe he'll get a win finally.
Oh, is that what you... Finally, huh?
You got a win yesterday.
Okay, well, I mean, since yesterday.
You know, you're doing a really good job with everything you're talking about.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Steve, are you ready?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
In the fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, what animal judges the race?
Simon Cowell.
No.
The bird.
No.
The cow.
No. What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a Cape Codder?
Fruit juice, Cape Codder. I'm going to go with tomato.
No.
Ooh, apple?
No.
What's in Cape Cod? Orange.
No. What instrument is Steve Martin well known for playing?
The ukulele.
No.
The banjo.
Yes. What year of the late 90s was the first Harry Potter book released?
98.
No.
97.
Yes. How many U.S. states border the Pacific Ocean?
United States border Pacific Ocean. Ooh, I'm going to go with 4.
No.
3.
No.
5.
Yes. What type of lettuce should be used in a classic Caesar salad?
Romaine.
Yes. In what decade was the first Oscar award given?
Ooh, the 10s.
No.
20s.
Yes. How many strings does the typical mandolin have?
8.
Yes. What is the name of the official Oscar Mayer vehicle?
The Wienermobile.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win.
Yeah.
7-5.
Sorry,
Sean.
Man, that's all right.
That's right, dude. Well, you try again, buddy.
And this one's by request from a texter.
Nice. Maybe a preview.
Right?
I don't know, man. Is it going to happen?
Will Maroon 5 cover this?
I hope so. It'd be kind of fantastic.
SpongeBob.
There was a petition out there that got a lot of groundswell.
They would endear themselves to so many people.
Right.
Including, I think, us.
Yeah.
I don't really even care about Maroon 5. I'd rather hear that than Hips Like Jagger. Is that the name of it?
Moves like
Good
Jagger?
job, Steve.
Hips Like Jagger, Moves Like
No,
Jagger?
I think you're like shaking your hips like Shakira or something.
I don't know. They don't lie.
Yeah, hips don't lie like Jagger. Sure. The kind of fruit juice that is used to mix a Cape Codder.
Vicky knows this. You don't? You were a beer tender, weren't you?
A beer tender.
A beer tender.
Yeah.
Exactly, beer tender.
right.
No, I've never heard of that drink.
A Cape Codder is also a Cape Cod, which is a vodka cranberry.
oh.
Yeah, I
Yep.
should have said that actually, but
With the lime.
I'm a New Englander, and I kind of was like, "Is it a vodka cranberry?" I wasn't sure.
It is.
Yeah.
Does anybody know the animal that judged the tortoise and the hare race?
Well, you said no to a bird, so I was going to say an owl, but
No, an owl is a bird, and I
Yeah.
probably would have to be like, well, fine, yes. No, it was just a fox.
a fox judge. Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just
Oh,
an animal, I
I don't
guess, that they
remember
wanted
that.
to use for that.
Of all people, foxes are not necessarily known for being up and up. You don't want them in the hen house.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying there.
interesting
Yeah, I
they
see where
let
you're
him
going
judge
with
that. I think the owl, the wise animal, should be the one judging that race.
How do you judge a race? Don't you just let them race and whoever finishes wins?
Yeah, but maybe it's a close race. You can get that photo finish sort of thing.
Okay.
You got to have one person that decides it.
Fine.
And a fox apparently was, I feel like, man,
Maybe he was just the only guy around.
he must have been pissed when the hare won. Fox was like, God, we had this in the bag, Bunny. Jeez.
That's $50 on you, man.
Congratulations, Steve. You won with 7 correct.
Call number 7. You're checking out Blue Oyster Cult at the Emerald Queen Casino. Call number 7-206-421-ROCK. Of course, it's all things Super Bowl this weekend. And last night on The Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon read a bunch of worst Super Bowl party ever tweets from viewers.
Farm. He says our neighbor's feed came in a few seconds before ours, so throughout the game we heard them groan or scream ahead of every huge play. We called it the Spoiler Bowl. This one's from Cupcakes for Donuts. She says, one year my 4-year-old unplugged the TV in the fourth quarter and refused to give us the cord back until someone made her a friggin' sundae. This one's from Ooh La La 247. She says my parents were at a really dull Super Bowl party. To get out of there, they faked that my mom was going into labor. They never admitted it, so now I have 2 birthdays, my real birthday and my Super Bowl birthday. Nice. This one's from Loopy Waterfalls. He said, 14, my dad thought the Janet Jackson incident was the perfect reason for us to finally have the talk. Most awkward third quarter of my life. This last one's from Colby Barrand. He says, when the pizza delivery guy finally came, there was only 2 minutes left in the game, so he asked if he could watch with us. He was so much fun that now we invite him back every year. That's how you make friends.
Oh, that's fun. Jeez.
That one about the people having a TV, the earlier feed than the other people. I remember that at bars back in the days when you had standard definition. They were kind of phasing from standard definition to high definition.
Yeah.
I remember being at some bar for a Hawks game, and they had some HD videos, and then they also had some standard definition ones. But the HD had a little bit more of a delay than the standard. But you wanted to watch the HD, but people were reacting to what was on the standard definition because it was maybe a 2-second.
Oof.
Yeah.
So you'd hear like a roar, and you're like, what happened? Oh, that's what happened. Great. Thanks for the warning.
See, that's what happens with my neighbors. Somehow their feed is earlier, and they're
really
big Seahawks fan. The only reason I know when a play's going on is because they light fireworks during every Seahawks touchdown.
Oh.
Yeah, these are my
they
neighbors.
watching outside, or like, do they have a firework outside their window?
I don't know. I think they go on their deck. All I hear is boom, boom. Like
I always wonder about that.
It's not even like the cute, like sparkler sounding ones. It's the boom.
It's a phenomenon that happens at T-Mobile Park because if you're up there they have the TV so you can watch the game while you're in line getting your stuff.
Yeah.
But you always hear the roar before the TV catches up to what's happened. So yeah, you're like, oh, dang, I missed whatever. Oh, the people already told me.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, of course, as we talked about, lots of Super Bowl stuff going on, and things that aren't going to get done is, the honey-do list. I hope that you get a break from that.
Oh.
I hope this weekend you don't got to do stuff, because, everyone's got to-do lists and everything.
I have so many things that are so minor, but they're on my list of things to do. And I keep telling myself when I get home, like, okay, get home today, I'm going to do it. And then I get home, like, I kind of want to take a nap.
Yeah, and we've become a bunch of list people. Maybe it's because we can put reminders on our phones and all sorts of to-do lists on our phone. But it turns out now that we put so much stuff on there that really we just get depressed because we can't ever accomplish all of it, and there we don't even want to do any of it. And so we've got the top 5 things that keep us from getting everything done at work and at home. And the number one thing is being over-accommodating. If you're being polite, you're really trying to help out people instead of just doing what you got to do to get things done.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if that's necessary. See, I'm thinking about the things I have to do aren't anything massive. So if I just don't do them out of sheer laziness, and it's mostly just like checking all of the mail to make sure everything could be thrown away or shredded.
Oh, you don't do that, huh?
Well, I do, but it takes me forever. And then my wife gets so mad at me because there'll just be a stack of envelopes on the counter, like on that little bar area between the kitchen and the living room. And I have every intention when I get home to open up everything, make sure that it's nothing like that I need to address or whatever. But I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow.
And then it just builds up and builds up.
Right.
Yeah. There's so much junk mail, too. It's like, oh, man.
That's the problem. So much of it looks like this is an important message, and then you open it and it's some STEM, mortgage company trying to get you to refinance.
Yeah. Here's another thing that keeps us from getting our own stuff done: jumping in to fix too many new problems that pop up, rather than just going down the list.
Yeah, yep, that happens a lot.
It's got to be that short attention span, ADD kind of attitude that a lot of us have. It is interesting, man. It's just rather than being focused, you go, oh, all right, I'll take care of that. My wife is big on that, where she's like, oh, she can't get the TV to work, and I'm in the middle of trying to do something. It's like, now I got to go spend my time with that, or explain to her for the 70th time how to cut and paste something in her email. And I just say to her now, I go, I'm not going to tell you, honey. I'm just going to do it for you forever, because you never will learn this. She gets mad when I say that, and I go, how many years has it been? You're just never going to learn. It's easier for me to do it for you so I can get back to what I'm trying to do.
She can't cut and paste?
She doesn't know how to figure that out. I don't know why she can't figure it out.
How is she with attachments? Can she send attachments?
No, she can't do anything. She really can't. I mean, I got her the Apple computer because that's the easier one to function with, because the PC, she could never figure that out. And it's not going to get any better as she gets older. It's not going to get better. She does do the iPhone. I am pretty impressed, but she doesn't do much with it.
Does she do the Bitmojis, or you not?
No, she can't do. She She doesn't know how to do that.
That involves copying and pasting.
Yeah, she can answer the phone. She can do that. Can do a little surfing on the internet. Send an email.
Like talking about a 3-year-old, man.
I know, it really is.
It sounds like Lily could do more on the phone than your wife.
Dude, you say that as a joke, but I know that young kids Lily's age can do more than the average person my wife's age can. People, as you get older, this stuff just eludes you. And if you were never good at it in the first place, forget about it.
I think she can do more than I can do on the phone. A lot of times she's playing on Snapchat, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah, these kids are amazing. They just they're taught and they know.
What is Lily's Snapchat like? I bet it's pretty hilarious.
Well, she doesn't have her personal
I was going to say, that's got to be the funniest thing ever.
No, she uses her mom's a lot, which I didn't know that because I've never had Snapchat, but I have it for the station.
Right.
So a lot of times when I'm there, she'll be like, Dad, can I play with your phone? I'm like, sure. So that way, and then all of a sudden I look at the station's feed and it's all Lily just going, rah, rah, or playing games or this, that, and the other. And I'm like, Lily, stop sending
those out?
She has, and I've deleted them.
No.
Oh, you want me to leave them on?
Yeah. Every time you go home, we should have Lily takeovers on KSW Snapchat.
All right. I love that idea.
It's a Lily takeover. And it's just like doing tiger sounds.
All right, we're doing it.
We're just not going to do anything that's going to get our station in trouble.
Oh, no, not at all. It's all her just having playing games.
That'd be funny if she did. She just starts cursing.
Yeah. Oh, wouldn't that be? Yeah, Lily just gets blue.
All right.
Yeah.
Next time I go.
All right.
President's Day weekend.
Let's do it.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Lily takeover.
Lily takeover on KSW Snapchat.
Let's be honest. I mean, seriously, we all pretty much are the equivalent of a 4-year-old. So why not let a real 4-year-old take over?
I mean, I'm sure it's more entertaining than anything that we'll do.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. It's time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts at 917 on the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. Stop freaking! Call Beacon.
Stop freaking. Call Beacon.
Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever it is you want to talk about, you bring it, you guide it, you do it. But Steve does have a rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, is to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we are going to have to gong and say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
Let's go to Chris in Port Angeles. Chris, you are on the Rock.
Hey, fellas, how's it going this morning?
Not too bad, buddy. What you got for us today?
Well, I just wanted to say there's a lot of people that think that Brady's a cheater and he might be in Deflategate, but whatever. I hope the Patriots win, and I personally don't believe the Rams should be there because of the deal that happened with the pass interference that was not called. And I think the Saints should be there. So I'm kind of a Patriots fan anyway. But
at the end of the day,
now we got it.
No matter how it all happened, if you're on the Rams, are you going to say, no, we won't go because we feel like we should have lost? If someone's given an opportunity to play in the Super Bowl, you're going to take that opportunity because...
hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's an interesting thing, Chris. Football is a very, very funny sport because it's a one-and-done situation. So the idea that, it sucks that the Saints aren't there, they really should be there.
Right.
Barring a massive, massive collapse and calamity which turns into a Rams miracle, the Saints win that game. But... with football and the way teams match up, sometimes there's a team that does not do well against anybody, but boy, there's that one team, and it's a really good team. They just seem to do well against that. We remember that whenever we played the Rams when they were horrible.
Yeah.
They always gave us a good game.
I mean, Cardinals, too.
Yeah.
Always step up, it seems like, against the Seahawks. And, I mean, anyone in the division, really. I mean, even against the 49ers beat the Seahawks this year.
Yeah, and this year, the Seahawks actually played the Rams very well, and we were so hoping we could survive long enough that if it was a conference championship against the Rams, that they would really not want to play us because, twice we almost beat them, and you figure the third time Pete Carroll and the gang would have figured stuff out, plus we would have had our act together better. It didn't work out that way. I say that because I really don't know how well each team matches up against each team, but they both deserve to be there because they had good seasons. Yeah, the call sucks, but don't take anything away from the Rams. They played good enough to be there. It's just, it's too bad the Saints aren't there. And the Rams easily could win that game tomorrow, depending on matchups.
Sunday.
Like I said, I'm still dreaming of Super Bowl Saturday. I want it.
Who do you think's going to win?
God, Gosh, I tell you, Steve, honestly, because I'm a kind of a stats guy. I haven't paid enough attention to know, so I'm not going to go against Tom Brady because the guy just every time I watch him, he's amazing how he just marches up the field, and you feel like how can nobody now stop him? Now there are people that believe that the Rams will get to him. They believe the Rams will be able to actually sack him, unlike the last game where nobody touched Tom Brady. He just marched up and down without a problem.
I mean, it's that Tom Brady, Bill Belichick factor every time. I mean, that coach, he has an incredible way to make adjustments for every game that they play. I mean, some games, they see it's a super passing game. Some days they're just running the ball all the time. And it's unlike any other team, I feel, that they're always making adjustments game by game.
We know that the hard way. I mean,
sure.
We know that the hard way. When I forget, was it Malcolm Butler? Who the heck was that guy that intercepted us in that the second Super Bowl we were in?
Smith or Butler?
I know. I can't
Butler.
Yeah. So and when Butler said, wow, coach was having me practice that, and I couldn't believe it when it was happening. You got to look at Bill Belichick and go, wow, you just won your game with coaching.
Yeah.
And that's why you're right, Steve. Bill Belichick prepares that team probably better than any coach prepares a team. And we, unfortunately, learned the hard way here in Seattle. We really, really did.
I like this text message. I actually got a tweet the other day about this, and the first thing I thought was, this is the most awesome and Canadian thing I've ever heard of. So he said, hey, did you see that story about the people in Canada? They were stuck in traffic. I guess it was a 75-mile backup. So what did they do? They got out of their cars and started playing hockey because it was like an icy road.
Oh, wow. I saw the gif of that. It was fantastic.
So there was just, there's cars, and sometimes you see that when there's traffic, people get out of their cars just to stretch their legs. But these people just pulling out hockey sticks out of the back of their car and playing. So this texter, there it is right there, BJ. Look.
Oh, that is so funny.
They're just passing the puck around, having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're
killing some time, yeah.
We can't go anywhere. Might as well just pass the puck around.
God, that's how bad the roads were. They are really making that puck fly.
Oh, yeah, the puck's it's decent ice surface right there. It's better than some of those winter classics. But somebody said, based on this, based on the items that you have in your trunk, what are you instantly prepared to do like these guys that played hockey?
Ooh.
So something that you keep in your car at all times.
Well, I think you know my answer.
You have a board game in your car at all times?
No, you don't. Yeah, I do.
Of course you do.
Is it a duplicate?
I have. it's a duplicate.
So it is in case of an emergency.
In case of emergency, crack the resistance. I have it with me all the time.
Oh, man, of course it's that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's my favorite game, and it's portable enough. It's a small game that can be played with a lot of people.
It's the game that BJ yells a lot and then gets yelled at for being a poor sport.
That's right. That's my game. But Steve, we could do that at any time. They'll go, hey, do you have that in your car? Sure do. Next thing you know, we got 8 people. We're doing it.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, I have that ready.
I could play the drums if someone has a drum set. I always have a pair of drumsticks in my car.
All right, cool.
Because a lot of times, for one time I forgot to bring drumsticks to play drums for my church because there's an electronic kit. I don't bring a kit, so I just had to bring drumsticks. And then it was just like, what the hell am I going to do? Fortunately, we had to scour the entire church and we found some sticks. And there's a moment where I thought I was going to have to play with like pens. I was like, maybe we could find a branch, anything. It's like really embarrassing. So now I keep a pair of drumsticks in my car at all times. That and I can wrestle at any given moment.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
You are my wrestling gear.
Yeah,
in my car at all times.
You can just elbow somebody with no problem.
You just never know. You just never know when I might have to have a match, BJ.
I think more people will be happier with what you're ready to go with than me.
I don't know. Board games. It's a little more fun for everyone.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd if all of a sudden I just take off my clothes and I'm wearing wrestling gear.
It'd be funny.
How about you, Vicky? You got anything that you're ready to go with? Oh, she's now looking happy to share this.
Her purse alone, she's got enough stuff.
Oh, that's right. She does have just a store full of stuff.
I always carry baby wipes in my car because if you're eating something and it's sticky, I hate that sticky feeling. And then I was thinking, what do I have in my trunk and have had for a long time? I have a sleeping bag in my trunk.
Oh, you have a sleeping bag? So you're ready to camp out.
I went camping and a friend's house, and we went and floated the river, and I've just had it there since summer. And I'm like, well, why not just leave it there? So
you never know.
It seems like a very filthy thing.
So you can crash everywhere. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's pretty cool, including on the side of a road if there's a traffic jam. How about you, Rev?
Not really that interesting, but I always have an extra pair of pants.
No underwear?
Well, no, you just deal with what you've got, and you always need pants.
So it's just like one of those God forbid moments.
Well, see, he has a lot of God forbid moments, though. There's a guy that's...
There have been some close calls, and there have been some not so close calls.
Maybe you need the big wipes.
Both of you guys could lose in the resistance. Yeah, that's a fact. Some reasons.
That is a fact. How about you, Danny?
The baby wipes are good. I've got drumsticks. You never know.
Oh, yeah, you plug the leak? Is that what you're trying to say?
I thought maybe you could just clench on them or something.
Okay. Literally, the only thing that's in my trunk right now is the pink onesie from Live 5-day and a case of water.
Oh, you're set.
Yeah.
You're perfect for raves.
Yeah. And I can keep warm, and it's all good to go.
All right, so Danny's he's a one-man rave party waiting to go.
Somebody says they have the Monopoly game in the trunk of their car right now.
Nice.
Oh, see,
How
there you go.
random.
Another board game.
Another texter says I can instantly play disc golf. I always carry my discs in my trunk of my car.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's fizzy. And if he's got a bunch of discs, if anything, you just go out there and play. Yeah, I imagine you can go a little easy and just play regular Frisbee with those.
Some of them are kind of weighted, though,
Yeah,
so
you're right.
it could be dangerous.
If he's got a bunch. Hopefully he's got like the putter.
Yeah.
Somebody else says I have soccer balls in my car. Multiple balls?
Oh, yeah.
I used to carry around a soccer ball in my car just in case. You never know when you can play.
Well, it seems like we are all ready for a party.
I had that once because one time we had like a promo item. It was a basketball, so I had it in my car forever. And I remember one time, I think it was my wife and we were dating at the time. We were like, "Oh, we're at a park. We should play basketball." Some morning he says, "Like, it's funny you say that. I have a basketball in the car." And I went to grab it. And it was fully deflated.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, it looked like it was. It wasn't fully deflated, but it looked like it had air in it. But once you try to bounce it,
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody always has pool cues in their car.
Oh.
Is that just like for defense or something?
Well,
some people are serious pool.
Yeah, they're really particular about the cues.
I legitimately knew a guy who had a pool cue in his car for just in case he got into an altercation. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think wouldn't a bat be better? Unless what is he, Donatello? What's he doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's what he had.
All right, you pick the topic, you guide the show, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose. Your calls, your texts at 933 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show at 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Texts are still coming in from people talking about the things that they're fully equipped to do if their car broke down or if some kind of traffic happened. It's all stemming from the people in Canada that busted into an impromptu puck throwing or puck slinging, passing kind of endeavor because they were stuck in traffic on an icy road. So everyone had their hockey sticks in their car. So he says, in my trunk at all times, fishing gear. I always have my gear with me.
Oh, that's fun, man.
So it says Frisbee, backgammon, cribbage, and football. Sheesh.
Look at that.
They got a whole weekend planned.
Got some portable board games and some outdoor stuff.
My wife texted me, and she's fully equipped to feed goats. She has shearing clippers, she has a basket, and some gloves so she can clip blackberries and feed goats.
Okay. Well, that's a thing.
Somebody says, I work construction, so I always have tools in my trunk. It's actually come in handy a few times.
Yeah, that's always handy when you got tools hanging around, even though I don't know how to use them, but I know it for the people that do.
I thought you were going to make fun of us, be like, that's why you keep us around. Huh?
Oh! I should have thought of that. Why do I need to? That's why I have you around. You call yourself a tool.
I'm such a tool, I called myself a tool.
Good job.
I carry a football and a lacrosse stick at all times.
A lacrosse stick?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can throw it off the wall.
Oh,
if you have the ball and the stick.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Or if you have two of them, then you can play catch.
Yeah, that's right. I hadn't thought about that. I haven't seen many people play the lacrosse ball off the wall thing. I don't know a whole lot about lacrosse, so that's why.
All I know is that I got hit in the eye with one once.
Those balls hurt.
Yeah, they're solid.
God, Vicky, you've been hitting the eye. You've been hitting the face with a soccer ball, lacrosse ball,
basketball, football, basically every kind of ball.
Is it because of your height and people just throw mid-level? I don't understand why you keep getting hit so much.
I have this thing. I'm very competitive when I do play sports, and I always end up getting hurt. I'm a magnet.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be a goalie in high school for lacrosse, and it's the worst position ever.
Oof. I would think.
Like, hockey goalies suck sometimes because that puck will hit you every once in a while, but lacrosse goalie, there's barely any padding. And it was awful. I don't know why I did it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And why don't they have more padding? I mean, you're throwing a ball right at the goalie.
Indoor, because you have that big-ass goalie stick, so I think if you're a good lacrosse goalie, you'll be able to probably catch that damn ball coming at you and not have to worry about getting hit.
That wouldn't be me.
But we weren't a very good team. And that's probably why I was able to be the team's goalie. We were like the beginning stages of a lacrosse team at our high school.
Oh.
And it just, we were terrible. And we were just getting lit up by other teams all the time. And I was not good at it.
And wow, just getting pummeled by balls.
You get better quick, though, when you realize that this ball is going to hurt.
Yeah. I guess that's
indoor
a motivator.
Lacrosse, you watch indoor lacrosse, their goalies are like a hockey goalie. They've got all the gear on.
Oh, and you didn't get it?
No.
Man, Steve, they must have just said, don't tell Steve you can get more gear.
Somebody says I have a whole box of tampons.
Nice.
Well, see that I can appreciate that.
Signed, Bob and Puyallup.
Actually, I hear it's good for like if you get a bloody nose. And actually,
I am not going to keep tampons in the car just for my bloody nose.
That's not a bad call.
No, and it is a badass thing. They invented tampons to like fill in the wounds back in the war days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it would absorb and it would just kind of plug up the wound.
Tampons were made in wartime days, and they realized this would be great for ladies?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Me neither. But there's been times I've had a bloody nose in my car, and it's awful.
Well, now that I know that the Warriors have used them, I can now have tampons in my car.
Exactly. You can just use them for your bloody nose.
So you want to know, did Vicky just say that she's a ball magnet?
Yep.
Yeah, she did.
And yes, absolutely. Yeah, she did.
She's a magnet of a lot of things. Let's just say that. Yeah. So listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So I have emergency condoms in my car. They've been there since 2010.
I would say on the hot days and everything, those condoms definitely
You're going to have an emergency babies coming if you use those condoms. Yeah, don't use those condoms.
We were talking about how sometimes you let the mail pile up at your house and you don't read all the mail and you eventually get to it and you're like, oh crap.
Actually, you said that because, that's your thing.
One guy says, well, be careful. I kept throwing away these junk letters. Found out it was a letter from an ex-flame and her attorney telling me I had a kid that I did not know about. Whoa. So it wasn't junk mail.
Well, I'm starting to realize, I've been able to recognize, okay, this is a scam letter. You want me to buy insurance, you want to buy. But I do open everything because if I don't recognize it, it's like, you're right. That'd be that one time that's really an important piece of information. It's like not answering your phone when it's a number you don't recognize and it's somebody you really did want to talk to.
It recently happened to me, actually. Had sort of identity theft.
Oh!
I found out.
What?
Yeah. Somebody in Texas opened up 2 accounts at the same bank with my information and overdrew one of them $1,600.
I have to ask something about this, and I hope I'm not sounding like an elitist, but do they target like the average person? Because I've known people who are targeted by this, and it's not like they're super, 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 super rich, who I always would expect that's what they try to steal the identity of. Is it they go for the folks that just make an average living because maybe you wouldn't notice some of the money they're taking out? I think it's so bizarre that you guys get targeted.
I think it's very arbitrary. I
think it's just random.
Yeah.
Everybody I know is somebody that makes an average living that and I don't know many people, but like you and somebody else who's in our friend group had their stuff stolen. Somebody's ATM card was like
my number
swiped.
2 was actually a couple weeks before this.
It was skimmed.
My debit card was the numbers were being used to buy like Boston Celtics tickets.
I'm sorry, Vicky.
They drained my account.
I wanted to go back.
I figured it was you.
They're not having the greatest season, but I think they can really really make a surge. Sorry.
For a while, I would always get scared because I would get these alerts from PayPal on my email that you just purchased this, and I'm like, I haven't purchased anything. What's going on? And then I read it, and it's like all like hair products and things. I'm like, babe, are you using my PayPal? She's like, yeah. How'd you know? I'm like, I get an email every time you buy something.
But see now, dude, there are scams where they want you to think you bought stuff. They want you to believe somebody bought something that you weren't supposed to buy.
I still check with her because it's because of those reasons. Like there's certain scammers that will just take a little bit out each time. And then you're like, oh yeah, I must have bought something at the gas station.
Have you seen this scam where they want you to think that somebody has stolen your stuff, and then you click on it? Yeah. And I didn't realize that was a thing. And it's like, no, you know what? I didn't make this Apple purchase. Nobody made this Apple purchase. Stop telling me they're Apple that I have a charge.
I've known people that have clicked on that, then entered their information.
Yeah.
And then as soon as and everybody I've talked to have done that, it's that moment of panic. They thrive on that moment of panic because as soon as they do it, they quickly enter their information, they hit send, and then it's like that switch gets turned, and you're like, that was probably a bad idea. I probably just got fished.
Oh, yeah.
And it happens so many times to people because, when you first see that, I get that all the time from something, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, they say this has been compromised. I'm like, no way. And you're about to click and I'm like, wait, I don't even have that account. What am I thinking?
Yeah, it's the Apple thing that's been getting me. It's like, hey, you know what? I don't know if you know this, but this was bought on your iTunes store, and it shows me a lot of stuff, and I go, I didn't or the App Store.
Yep.
It's like, I didn't buy any of that, but I'm like, wait a minute. Then I love it because they don't always have the best English. So their grammar is off, and you go, okay, this is obviously coming from somewhere where English is not your first language. Thanks for help. Thanks for giving me the tip. tip there, Skippy.
My favorite is when it looks legit, but then it's like bankofamerica.net. And you're like, if you click on it, you sometimes don't notice it, but it's like
always open up the email address.
Yeah.
Because sometimes their name says Apple support, and then you open it, it says apple.co.447.6969.
Yeah, exactly.
At gmail.com.
You know it's Steve's fishing. Yeah, you know it's Steve.
So he always said, and I thought that was a good rule of thumb, is whenever you get an email like that's like saying something happened, instead of clicking on the link, which a lot of us, you think because this is quick and easy, actually just go onto your web page, sign in, and there'll probably be an alert if there's a legit issue.
Exactly. Yeah. Ah, man. You know me, scammers, put them all to death. I mean, seriously.
Right?
I am all
Hackers
for the death penalties.
and scammers.
All for the death
Except
penalty.
for that prince in Nigeria. He's just trying to help people.
Oh, yeah, that guy's a good guy. All right, here's a question. And this is a big one. I hope we get the right answer. What do Ryan Castle and short skirts have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:52 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and short skirts have in common?
You wish I was shorter.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of Skilo.
Right.
That's a terrible 90s hip-hop reference.
That's what I was thinking of Joe C.
Oh, yes. Was it 3'6" with a...
right.
10.
Something.
Yeah.
Hit you in the head with it.
Yeah.
So I'm told.
One
Josie
says neither of them should be in church.
Oh, okay.
Both of them can cover my backside. Signed Vicky B. What?
Yeah, girl.
And Steve has been busted for checking out both.
Yeah, he has.
I do like looking at Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm pleasing on the eyes.
All right, so it's 2019. That's the year. And according to a new study, women who wear short skirts at work are more likely to be promoted. There we go. Equality.
Welcome to the 60s, kids.
It's 2019 and men are still in charge.
And yet, the study also found that people think women who dress sexier are less competent. So I don't understand.
I do.
Yeah.
Dudes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ryan Castle, he's a dude, and he's got a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
I clean toilets great.
Oh, do you really?
I'm a phenomenal toilet cleaner.
Can you please put that on your business card?
Steve Miggs, phenomenal toilet cleaner. Ask my wife. And I use the wipes and everything.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh. Inside and out.
Wow. I feel like a human bidet is what you are.
I would say you could eat off it, but that's disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's clean as that.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Erin Ryan, political commentator, comedy writer, and host of Crooked Media's Hysteria.
And I'm co-host Alyssa Mastromonaco, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff for President Obama.
Each week on Hysteria, we are joined by a team of hilariously opinionated ladies to discuss the headlines from the serious to the absurd.
We cover everything from reproductive rights to rom-coms and break down the political news of the week and cultural stories that affect women's lives.
New episodes of Hysteria drop every Thursday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.